I want to talk about some business lessons I wish I learned earlier. So these insights could save you time, energy, and frustration on your entrepreneur journey, especially when you're starting your digital business or coaching career like me. The first and foremost thing I would like to remind you is that don't fall into the trap of learning new coaching techniques and methods. Yes, learning new coaching techniques and methods are exciting, but when we have buried ourselves in books or online courses, it can actually slow down our business growth. I started my digital business as an online yoga teacher during COVID. At first, I believe in my skills, I believe my teaching style, and I knew my services would help people. But somewhere along the line, I lost that confidence and became obsessed with learning new skills. So I wanted to improve myself so much that I forgot to grow my business. I started spending too much time and energy in personal development, but I didn't actually investing in growing and expanding my business. Let's think of it this way. When you are working a 9 to 5 job, even if your boss asks you to take a course, you still have to show up and do your daily tasks. You only set aside a little time for learning. So the same should apply when we run a business. Yes, learning is great, but it shouldn't take over all of our time. So here's my advice to avoid falling into this trap. Set aside some specific times for working on your business. Decide how many times a week you would like to work and how many hours a day you would like to work. For example, let's say you want to make 3,200 per month and you would like to work 5 days a week and 8 hours a day. That means, based on this calculation, you are making $20 per hour. So every time you spend studying during your working hours, that means you are essentially spending this $20 per hour, which you haven't earned yet. This mistake number one can also lead you to mistake number two, which is you keep chasing new certifications without actually increase your visibility or putting yourself out there to let people know your services. These days, a lot of people come up with new ideas, new coaching methods, and new techniques, claiming that they can help you make money fast. These programs and courses will help us only when we integrate into our coaching business. When you are watching this video, I'm sure maybe you finish one program or you finish one certification to help you start your coaching journey. Start where you are. It can be a limiting belief that you feel you aren't ready or you feel you are not enough to start your own coaching journey. So the true essence of our coaching skills comes from within. Every coach has their own coaching style. It is not actually from the techniques you learn or from the program you learn. It comes from within. The only way to discover your true essence of coaching style is also actually by really coaching. The confidence and clarity will come through this coaching experience, not just by attending another courses. So start coaching today. So let's talk about lesson number 3. When we are starting our business, it's like we are wearing all the hats, from admin to finance to coaching. It can quickly lead us feeling overwhelmed with both back-end and front-end stuff. When we overwhelm, we procrastinate. So to avoid procrastination, here's my advice. Set aside time for a specific project or specific department. For example, I set every Monday as my finance day. I called it Monday Money Day. That means every Monday I focus solely on finance-related tasks. Only if I have time, I do other steps. But on Monday, finance-related tasks are my priority. By breaking things down like this and giving each department its own time, you can effectively manage your workload and reduce overwhelm. Let's keep talking about how to manage overwhelm in lesson number 4. In the beginning of my business, I felt I was drowning in a pile of tasks. Everything was urgent, right here, right now. The real root cause of feeling overwhelmed isn't about we have a lot of things to do. It's just that we haven't figured out the right method and strategy to manage our own to-do list. So my advice here is that start making a ritual to write down all your to-do lists. Additionally, have your must-do list. This is also one of the favorite things I love to do in my business. I call it weekly intuitive planning. Every Sunday evening, I make a cup of tea, sit down, play relaxing music, and started writing down all the tasks and all the things I have to do on the to-do list. During that week, every morning, I would check all the lists I wrote down on Saturday morning or Saturday evening and make my must-do list for the day. At the same time, you have to understand that you might not complete all your to-do list in the upcoming week, and that's perfectly fine. If some tasks aren't finished by the end of the week, have a bit of compassion for yourself and write it down during your next weekly intuitive planning ritual. This can also be the practice of embracing your procrastination. By doing this ritual week by week, you will begin to notice what kind of tasks you keep procrastinating. And you might even consider getting help from others or asking someone else to do these tasks which you keep procrastinating. So number 5 is learning how to delegate. Not only we need to learn how to delegate our professional jobs, we also have to learn how to delegate our household chores. Delegating will help us growing our business, and also it helps us improving our CEO skill. In the beginning of my business, I hire a virtual assistant to manage my business page and to manage my website. Until now, I have to admit that I'm not very good at managing my business, but slowly I am improving my CEO skill and I am way much better than in the beginning of my business. So as a woman, especially when you are running a business, you are also running the house, you are also running the family, and it's a lot of things to do. So learning how to delegate your professional job as well as your household chores are important. So these are the 5 business lessons I've learned during my entrepreneur journey. I would love to know where you are at your business. And don't forget to subscribe my channel, this kind of content. I will see you next time.